Burbank is a small town in southeastern Washington where the Snake and Columbia Rivers meet. It's a tight-knit community of approximately 3,500 people with an economy based largely on agriculture. Columbia School District, located in Burbank, like any district, had limited funds and wanted to see how they could save money on their energy costs. Apollo developed an energy savings performance contract and implemented facility improvement measures, ultimately saving the district 30% annually on their energy costs.
I think the big attractive element for me as a school superintendent and for our school board is that we could see the energy savings. We could see that we were becoming greener and making the right statement, and we could see that we were being good stewards to our community. Some of the dollars that are being saved are dollars that we will not have to go back to the community and say, can you help us upgrade our facilities? That's a real positive statement. We're estimating that over a period of time we're going to save in excess of $2 million for energy costs on today's rates. That's a direct impact to our community, and it's a reflection of I think, a visionary school board. Saying, instead of going to the community for these dollars, we are going to look at different alternative sources for revenues and for funding. And it worked out very nicely.
Apollo worked closely with Columbia School District's business manager and superintendent to craft a custom funding package for the project. This funding package leveraged the $596,000 grant Apollo obtained on the district's behalf. Also incorporated were significant utility incentives and a third-party lender. The funding package also allowed the district to pay for significant improvements to the facilities and reduced long-term operating costs without tapping into their existing capital funds.
As before, I would get not consistent, but numerous concerns when they would come in the morning, a room being 50-some degrees and other rooms being 70, 78 degrees. And now it's just that they're not having to pay attention to that at all, because just as they walk in and at different times, the building is more comfortable, if it's summer, if it's winter. So I guess there's less attention on that and more attention on just focusing on the kids in the classroom. And when you have kids walk in that need to keep their coat on in the morning, it's not really conducive to learning. So just in general, the classrooms are more comfortable. Teachers' attention is more on the kids and not if half their class is still in their sweatshirts. We used to have old rickety bleachers in our gym here where you step on one end and the other end lifts up. So just a safety issue, they had to access some electrical or some panels behind our bleachers that would require us to remove them. Since the age that they were and how poor quality, poor shape they were, it didn't make sense for us to put them back in. So they were able to incorporate getting new bleachers as a part of the energy upgrades.
When you're looking at 3 buildings, obviously having the lights, for example, go off in the middle of the night when no one's around, it amazes me when they demonstrated and calculated just simply by having the lights go off for that span of time. It was like $100,000. And I looked at that and thought, what a great recoup of money. Instead of having the lights on all night long, we're having $100,000 that over a span of time we can use directly on things that impact kids' lives. I look at, just simple solutions like that, high efficiency lighting versus, old lighting. It generates funds that really you don't realize are there, and then suddenly when you're not spending the kind of money we used to on the building, you suddenly see a 40% drop. It's like gold. It's like, what the heck do we do with this 40% that we don't have to spend now? I wish I could do it in my own home. Probably, in a small district like ours, 3 principals, we're all real involved with the budget and we go to all the school board meetings, and my understanding is, we've saved 40% on the energy costs, which my feeling is every dollar we save on overhead is a dollar spent on kids.